Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I haven't done an empties video for a long time. I'm kind of going off the idea of doing them too regularly because I do think that I use quite a few of the same products again and again, so I've talked about them and it's probably a bit boring for you guys, but sometimes there are kind of products that have slipped by. I've maybe just shown when I've received them and not really talked about them a lot unless they made it into a favourites video. And I haven't been doing as many favourites videos recently. Maybe I should do more of those because I think those can be kind of interesting. Also, I do periodically have a bit of a clear out of makeup that I haven't used up, but is beyond the pale in terms of being used, and it's quite interesting to see what's happened there. Anyway, the throwaway box is absolutely full, so I thought I would just have a quick sift through this morning whilst I'm enjoying my morning coffee and see if there's anything interesting to talk about that I've finished with. So I can see straight away two items from the same brand, which is Pixie. So I finished the Pixie Beauty Sleep Cream and the Pixie Vitamin C Caviar Balm. And I know I bought these two products along with, I think, one of their exfoliating tonics as part of a deal in Boots. They were on special offer, so I can't remember why I wanted one, I guess, when I was away and had forgotten something. I suspect the Beauty Sleep Cream, and went for the package. Pixie, I think, is a UK brand. I always think of them as reasonably independent. I haven't looked up who they're now owned by. No, they're not distributed by Pixie Los Angeles, so not a UK brand. I know they had a little boutique years ago in Covent Garden which just sold Pixie and was rather nice, had a kind of beauty bar. But I haven't used their products a lot. I wouldn't really, I don't think, go out and buy these again. The Beauty Sleep Cream was a nice product in terms of it had a definite sleep-inducing fragrance, so that kind of chamomile lavender, done rather well. So it was a very pleasant smelling cream to put on last thing at night. I think it would work better on younger skin than mine. It was quite lightweight and I didn't feel deeply penetrating, which is why I don't think I'd get it again. The Vitamin C Caviar Balm was supposedly a brightening leave-on mask. You know, I've never really found any of these vitamin C products have very observable effects on brightening my skin, which has, you know, some inevitable sun damage now at my age, despite having worn SPF fairly religiously for many years. So this, again, smelt very nice. I think we can definitely say this range gets the fragrance right, or certainly for me, but I didn't feel it had any really discernible effects. So definitely not repurchases from my perspective. Right in the middle of the screen, we see Neon, which again is one of these organic, Neon Organics, organic, not skincare, aromatherapy type ranges, really. They do beautiful candles and more particularly fragrance diffusers, those kind of reeds that you stick in a glass jar, which I came across at a hotel that had them in the bedroom, and it was just the most gorgeous fragrance every time you walked in. And I have bought a couple of candles. I think, again, this was a special offer. You know that I love the Aromatherapy Associates bath oils as my kind of organic aromatherapy sleep-inducing bath oil. And an oil definitely packs a punch with the fragrance that you just don't get with a bath foam. So this was very nice when you had a sniff in the bottle, lavender, jasmine and basil. I can read from the label. Don't think I remember getting basil, but definitely the jasmine, lavender. Nice fragrance in the bottle, didn't really translate in the bath. That's very common with bubble bath. There isn't enough essential oil to really knock you for six with the fragrance, so I wouldn't buy that again. Very heavy bottle, by the way, glass bottle, so recyclable. What else should I be talking about? Inevitably, you can see here, Aromatherapy Associates, Clear Mind, I've got through. Deep Relax, that's one of the all-time favourites. That's the one I unhesitatingly recommend for you insomniacs out there. Revive Morning, actually an absolutely gorgeous fragrance. I love the fragrance more than the Deep Relax, but I probably don't take as many reviving baths in the morning. Light Relax, so that's the lighter version, in case you don't want to be knocked for six. I think either of them are really nice as evening baths. And here we've got a Revive Evening. So 5 bottles there. I don't know how long that's taken. At least 5 months worth, I think. They are really expensive. I've told you about it before. I save up buying them until I can get some form of gift with purchase. So you think these bottles now are about 45, maybe £50. They were 37 when I started, I can remember that. But you do get a lot of baths from them, and I personally find them an indulgence worth paying for. Here's another expensive product, La Mer. And this was the Gel Illuminator contouring eye gel. So this was supposed to both treat the dark circles under the eyes and kind of offer some illumination whilst you were doing so. So I guess a day product rather than a night product, although I did use it at night. This came on a recommendation, and it was a nice eye product. I have to be careful with eye products because I get those little mealy, you know, those little tiny spots around the eye if a product is clogging, and it certainly didn't induce that. I didn't really see any discernible difference in the either bags or dark colouring. Can't remember what I paid for this. It did last for a long time. I'm guessing it was not cheap, and I wouldn't buy it again. La Mer, by the way, the famous ordinary cream, is one of the few night creams I've actually had an allergic reaction to. I absolutely loathe it, and it's one that so many people swear by. Didn't have that problem with the eye cream, which was fine, but I wouldn't buy it again. I do like Bath and Body Works gentle foaming hand soaps to have by my sinks, and we've been going through the old hand soaps at a rate. 2 here for sweater weather. That's suggesting this box dates back to the early part of this year at least, because that's a fragrance I use in the winter. Here's an interesting one. Hyaluronic acid we all look for in moisturising products now and serums, and I've talked about some very expensive ones. Dr. Barbara Storm, I'm looking at you. This was a really cheap one by a company called Indeed, Canadian company. Again, I remember this was bought in Boots. I haven't looked up if this company still exists because it's a bit ago. It was one of those products that I kind of started and then only finished up much more recently. It was quite a nice replacement for a serum, giving a bit of extra moisture, and for a cheap product, it would be along kind of with the This Works and the Ordinary products in that range. I find that these hyaluronic acid products tend to be a bit sticky at the cheaper end of the range, and that one was no exception, but acceptable, I think, for the price. Shiseido, I know that they've discontinued this product. It's the Urban Environment UV Protection Cream, SPF 30, which I have used for years as my day cream. Broken-hearted to see it being discontinued. I have got a number of backups, at least 18 months worth of backups to use because I hastily bought, and then I'll have to start looking again for a regular day cream with about a 30-35 SPF. I just liked this. It was the perfect consistency, not too sticky, could put makeup on top without it kind of piling up. Why do they do it? Why do they discontinue my favourites? I can't bear it. I don't know. Now, a few things that weren't used up but were unusable. So I've had a bit of a go through my blushes. This was Alexandre from Chanel, a beautiful colour. But I'm finding a whole host of my Chanel. I mean, look at it. Loads of product. This is the baked formula that we get in Europe. There's a bit of colour still if I really, really rub. But not really usable with a brush. I was having to use a really firm synthetic brush to get any colour. It's basically dried up. And that's kind of representative of a few I've had to ditch recently. I really like the Chanel Jus Contrast. I prefer the US formula, which is powder. I do think that lasts longer. But I think I'm getting to the stage where, unless there's something really spectacular, I'm not going to buy any more of those Chanel powder blushes, partly because cream blush is now starting to work much better on my older skin, and secondly because Hermès have come out with blushes that I like even more. And I think insofar as I'm going to use powder blushes, Hermès has now gained my trust and loyalty. No one has gained my trust and loyalty for mascara over Chanel Le Volume. Still the best for me. Mascara, very personal thing. I like quite a sticky formula, and that is the one that doesn't trace or give me panda eyes. Have I talked about Victoria's Secret's makeup? I think I probably have. They stopped doing it, haven't they? My friends in the US will know more than me. This is many years old and again had kind of lost its potency, although there's a little bit there you can see, but just decided I'm not using this. It was so pretty though. I had a couple of their single shadows that were really pretty and I did use. And then the next time I went to New York, and this is a good few years ago, they didn't seem to be doing makeup anymore. They still do those ghastly smelling toiletries and so-called perfumes. I'm sorry if I'm insulting anyone who loves Victoria's Secrets, but I think they're the kind of ultimate teenage perfume range at very non-teenage prices. So I think the rest of what's going on here, what's this? Oh, yeah, I should talk about this. Charlotte Tilbury, Legendary Brows, not good at all. Simply dried up within a few uses. I thought the brush was possibly a bit too fine for my lash line. I found this was quite expensive, and I bought it directly at the same time as a Superdrug, I think own brand or very cheap brand brow colorant, which was much more effective. So that's definitely one to save my money on. I think that's probably about it. You can see loads of deodorants. You know that's the one I use all the time and replace. And a Liz Earle Cleanse and Polish. I haven't replaced this at the moment, but I probably will at some stage as kind of foaming cleansers go. And I like to have a balm, an oil, a cream and a foaming on the go at any one time, and chop and change a little bit. Always at least double cleanse. I like the Liz Earle, and she does kind of seasonal fragrances. I think this was a seasonal rose and lavender seasonal fragrance, not the original. The original's absolutely fine too. You use the muslin cloth They're reasonably priced. They're very gentle, and yeah, nice product. So I will definitely get that again. But that's about it for this batch of empties. I will speak to you again soon. Until then, thumbs up, please, if you've got to the end of this. That really helps me. Do consider subscribing if you're not, and I will speak to you all again soon. Bye for now.